new Assistant Post Commander of the Jackson Post of the Michigan State Police, Lieutenant Tedric Gibbs. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bart, for having me.
Yeah, and congratulations on your promotion.
Well, I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
I appreciate it, yes.
I think it's cool when we have someone that grows up in Jackson, is able to stay in Jackson for their career, but you kind of went out and then came back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's been a wonderful journey. Out of recruit school, I went to the Lansing Post and was able to serve there for several years, and then spent some time at our training academy, training our recruits. And then I was able to find my way back to the Jackson Post, and very thankful and humbled for that opportunity.
You're telling me that you were last here for this show as an audience member when Pastor Hines was on the show.
That's correct.
And you were just a wee guy.
Yes, sir.
Yes. How did you decide that you wanted to be a state police officer, state trooper?
So I had other friends who were in law enforcement that kind of influenced that decision. Originally, I went to school to be a teacher, and I thought my career would be teaching and coaching. And then a couple of my buddies who were local police officers and state troopers, while I was working at Star Commonwealth, kind of recruited me and said, you know, I think you would be pretty well served in this profession. And since 2013, I haven't looked back. Awesome.
Well, actually, you've been on JTV before in 2002 and 2003.
Okay.
Playing football.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Absolutely.
You played for Jackson High.
Yes, sir.
And just football?
Football, basketball, and I ran track there.
All right. And so I think people remember you. You were a pretty impressive athlete while at Jackson High. When you went to Eastern, did you play sports?
Not while I was at Eastern. I chose to focus on school. You know, football was an option there, but school took precedent.
Yeah, it's college sports. It's a full-time job.
Very intense, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the things that the Michigan State Police has done this summer is help the Jackson High football team. You went back to Withington and you took some of your fellow Michigan State Police personnel.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That was an awesome experience for myself, for one, obviously, being able to give back to the high school that gave so much to me in the community, but also to include my fellow troopers who were jumped at the opportunity to come down to help train these young men. So yeah, as I look at these pictures, it's very rewarding and humbling.
The Michigan State Police troopers at the Jackson Post, they don't miss leg day, they don't miss arm day, they don't miss chest day.
You know, law enforcement, Bart, we are tasked and commissioned to be in top physical and mental shape. You know, we want to be well-rounded to be able to do our job. So it was an awesome time doing some adversity training with the team there, and really putting them in some positions and mindsets that they really hadn't faced before, and challenging them not only mentally, but obviously physically.
Coach Parker thought he was going to give the kids a treat on a really hot football practice day and open up the pool. He's told everyone to bring their swimsuits, but he failed to mention that the Michigan State Police would be there again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, as you can see in some of those photos, we wanted to do a circuit style of training with the young men there at Jackson High School and give them some experience that we also experienced in the water while they're at the Michigan State Police Training Academy. So they were tested. They absolutely were tested mentally and physically. And, you know, I'm happy to report that they met that challenge, though. They absolutely did.
Well, our sports director heard from some of the football players, and they all said it was the most strenuous day of football practice ever.
Good. That makes me happy.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, sir.
You guys, another way that you demonstrated your athletic fitness was at the Gus Macker basketball tournament,
Yes, sir.
the Heroes tournament, which again this year, the Michigan State Police won.
Humbling. Absolutely, a lot of fun and humbling. We always enjoy being downtown. We always enjoy being able to interact with the public that we serve and to get out there on the court with some of the other first responders, right? I mean, we are all very competitive and a lot of people say type A personality by default, but it is a great weekend for the community of Jackson, and we're just happy to be a part of that.
Yeah, I know you guys did have a fun time, but you were not going to not repeat as champions. And there you are. This is probably, it seems like it was like winning the Super Bowl for you guys.
We do have a good time. Like I said, we are ultra competitive by nature, and just a good time to be out there. A lot of families and different members of the community able to just enjoy one another.
And they really are employees of the Michigan State Police.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can vouch for every last one of those guys.
I know that the fire department thought you had a bunch of ringers. So earlier today we were talking about the construction on I-94. I know that's been a big part of what Michigan State Police does, is keep people safe on that.
Yes, sir.
I know you're going to be glad when that project's done.
Yes, sir. It has, obviously that project is set in place to make the drivers coming through Michigan, our citizens of Michigan, safer. That's what we always want. And so any way that we can help be a part of that, we're there to help out.
What are the areas as assistant commander? What are your responsibilities?
Sure. So I report to our First Lieutenant Kevin Rod. I process all of our payroll. I help with a lot of inspection items that our captain and inspector would oversee. I also am kind of like that liaison between our sergeants and First Lieutenant Rod, the post commander. So just try to ensure that all of our details and the troops have all the equipment that they need to work out there on the road successfully.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Rod said he's not playing basketball anymore.
No, he said he has turned in his shoes and looking for another replacement for him, but he's always there down supporting us, absolutely.
How many members on the team at the Jackson post?
So we have all of the members there except 2.
Okay.
Yes.
How many employees work at Jackson?
At the post now we have 20, we just had some troops promote and transfer, so 23 troopers.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll have a total of 6 sergeants, and then myself and First Lieutenant Rod.
And Michigan State Police, they're always hiring.
Always, yes sir, absolutely. We are actively seeking men and women who are, would like to come into this profession and work as troopers. We currently have a recruit school going right now. And so after that recruit school has graduated, we'll be looking to start another one.
What was the hardest part of the academy?
For myself personally,
Yeah.
Water safety. Water safety,
Really?
Yes sir.
Were you a swimmer before?
I could swim. Obviously what they require us to do at the academy is a little more challenging than just your leisurely swim.
Mm-hmm. Someone holds you down underwater, don't they?
Well, I can't speak to that necessarily, but we are challenged beyond our limits. Absolutely, you know, the rescue of, you know, potential somebody who's drowning, the rescue of yourself, and so we are absolutely pushed to the limit.
Well, it's got to be an easy sell to recruit for MSP because you've got the coolest uniforms, the coolest car. You have a great reputation.
That's humbling.
And,
thank you.
You guys do an awesome job.
We do our best. And our citizens deserve the best, right? So
Yeah.
we absolutely do our best.
Great to have you here. Congratulations
Sir,
on your
thank you
promotion.
so much. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Good to see you.
Absolutely, Bart.
The new assistant post commander of the Jackson Post, Michigan State Police, Lieutenant Tedric Gibbs. Stay tuned. We've got a few things.